Hi, today I'm going to do things a little bit different. Today we have the True Sight Oracle, which is actually currently on Kickstarter. I was lucky enough to win a giveaway on Instagram from the artist. And so what I want to do today is first what I normally do, which is pick a card and read for you today. And then if you want to stick around, I'll show you a little bit more of the deck, but I want to make sure to give you the reading just like we would any other day. And if you're interested in this deck, of course, check out the link in the description and it'll take you to the Kickstarter. There's just, I think, a few more days left, but you can still get in while it's live. So without further ado, let's see what we have today. We have Bardic Inspiration. Sorry, that's my light. That's a little better. Bardic Inspiration. There we go. All right, so let me get the guidebook and pull that up. Keywords: inspiration, creative pursuits. This is a card of creative endeavors and artistic inspiration. It may predict that you will become inspired soon, or may encourage you to seek out creative outlets. This card is also a reminder that we often thrive creatively when sharing our inspiration with others. Share your artwork, successes, and passions with others, and allow them to do the same. And one of the interesting things about this deck is it can also be used for something like D&D, tabletop role-playing games. And so he has suggestions for an in-game effect. So in-game effect activates upon being drawn. The player with this card obtains a special Bardic Inspiration D10 die, which they may use on one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw of their choice until their next long rest. Or alternatively, they may grant this Bardic Inspiration to another willing creature. So that is a card from the True Sight Oracle. Like I said, the Kickstarter for this is currently live, so definitely go check that out. For those of you who want to see a little bit more of the deck, let me go ahead and show you that. So like I said, this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal ones. Let me see if I can get the light to be a little better. Still. Okay, so one of the things is, I'll just show you again what the back looks like. If you have any of Eric Maille, and I apologize if I am mispronouncing your name. Other decks, you'll notice like the similar imagery. And if you've been on this channel, you know one of my favorite decks is the Endless Oracle, and that's one of his cards. But so this one acts as, like I said, both an Oracle deck and a deck that can be combined with like Dungeons and Dragons. So there's like little, sorry, I'm all over the place. So there's the box, the True Sight Oracle, and there's a guidebook, and I think depending on how much it gets funded, there may be an add-on for the print book. I think even if it doesn't get unlocked as part of the Kickstarter, he's going to have an option to be able to purchase it, but I think there'll definitely be a download. And regardless, there is a keyword reference booklet that comes with the deck. And on the back here, it says it's a 54 hand-drawn oracle cards that feature a wide variety of themes and meanings that are suitable for both fans of Dungeons and Dragons or newcomers, as well as for both beginner and professional oracle card readers. They function as traditional oracle tech for guidance and insight, or as an in-game item for use in your next D&D campaign. And you can see that download is where there will be the the booklet. So I'm just going to pull some cards so you can see some more of them. That one's a really neat card. I might actually even go through the whole deck. As you know, I don't, like, I do these videos off the cuff, so that's just my style. So I'm just going to do these one at a time. So that's the dice card. And maybe what I'll do here in a little bit is pull for one of the other cards, do another reading. So you can just, you know, get a taste. One of the things I really like about his art is how even in the, like the, let's put in quotes, simple images, like in this deck, they always look very alive. Like the creatures and the people, they look, to me they look as if you can, you know, you can see the movement in the images. See, like that, I mean, they're just, they're dynamic. In a way, not all decks are, and that's all right. So let me put that down, and I'll grab another set. We have animal handling. I wonder if I bring it closer, if the, I don't know why the lighting, it's not, there we go. I don't like the way my camera, I mean my phone camera sometimes adjusts the lighting. I'll have that upside down. See, like in here you can see the different elements and the phases of the moon. Very grateful that I won the giveaway. I really love this artist's work. And the other thing, if you don't have any of his decks, if you like guidebooks, he writes really good guidebooks, very insightful. You know, sort of like the Inkwitch Tarot and the Endless Oracle, for example. He also has some Lenormand. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Lenormand deck, but yeah, I just think his and he's not paying me to say this. I just think his guidebooks are very well written. And that's not true of every deck. I mean, some decks don't even have them. But even ones that do, there's not always much to them. But he's always very insightful and work very well with the images. And with some of them, he talks about, like in the Endless Oracle, there's information at the bottom of each entry about the imagery in the card and sort of, you know, the thought process behind that. And that can be, to me, that can be really interesting too. I feel like you get a lot out of that, is just seeing the process. Because I don't know about other people, but for me, one of the things I find powerful in especially like indie decks is really seeing not just how they visualize, but also how they articulate their vision. And so being able to both, you know, you could use cards intuitively and not necessarily, you know, even read an entry, or you have the entry and you even have in his case, more information about his process if you want it, but you don't, that's up to you. So I just like that there's many layers. This is a neat card. I'm a cat. I have a cat, so I like this one a lot. This is also a nice one. Maybe this would be a good one to pull. And I'm sorry, that's not on his card. That's just the light from the glare from my light. But let's read from A Long Rest. Keywords: rest, slowing down, taking breaks. This card is a reminder of the importance of rest and self-care. Only by slowing down and settling in can we allow ourselves to recharge and recover from the wear and tear of life. If you've been working too long and too hard at a particular goal, remember that taking breaks is a necessary part of the process of working. While it's important not to become lazy or overindulgent in rest, it's impossible to persist on too little rest. And if you're using this in something like D&D, the in-game effect activates when taking a short rest. Once per long rest, if the player holding this card takes a short rest, they instead gain the effects of a long rest. Upon taking a rest, they must also return this card to the deck and draw a new one. We just have a few more cards. See, like this one's a good example of like movement. I feel like I can almost see the scene continuing. That's just like a still in motion. Also, keep in mind this is a prototype. I don't know how much, if it's going to change at all, or my guess is if it does, it would be very little. But just letting you know, since in case it's a little different. But I very strongly encourage you to go to the Kickstarter. And that's it. There's your last card. Dexterity. So that is the True Sight Oracle. This is a long video, I know. I just wanted to make sure, since it hasn't come out yet, if you're on the fence about getting it, so you can see it. You can see each of the cards. You got a taste of what a reading would be like. And for those of you who maybe don't have the money or aren't going to do a pledge on Kickstarter, you at least got a reading for today. And also, I don't know if he plans on doing this or not, but with his other decks, he usually, will come up in his Etsy shop. So I'll also put a link to his Etsy shop there too, and that way you can see those other decks as well. So Eric, if you see this, thank you very much for the deck. I was absolutely thrilled, like no joke, just like super thrilled to get this deck, and I hope y'all were able to get something out of this today, and I hope to see you again soon. And now that I'm saying this, I actually might make a regular super short video so that people don't see that this is like 14 minutes long and just ignore their chance to get a reading. All right, thank you, and I'll see you soon.